Karras and Saul doing. Whoever gets the shutout will get the win. Whoever gets the shutout will continue their season. Overtime number 2 is underway. DeBoer wins it straight back through the stick of Anderson Barnes. He'll retrieve it in the near corner of the Granville zone as the Bulldogs go right to left this period. Plays it far side for Landon Smith. Taken away from him by Dulce. Tight angle shot, big rebound as a pad save is made by Karras. Goes high up in the air off the left wing boards. Kamminga tries to drag, plays out to the point for Glupker. Shot through traffic, patted down by Anderson Barnes, and Barnes will take it behind the net, going to the far side. Barnes steers one, center ice, missed Landon Smith, and winds up the Byron center line for Colden. Turns to center ice for Goheen. Goheen drops it off for Dulce. Into the offensive zone. Left circle, racing in against DeBoer, or against Gardine, I should say. Gardine takes him off the puck, and here come the Bulldogs. They may have numbers. Stretch pass on to Fitton. Into the offensive zone. Drops for Landon Smith. Right circle shot. Save made. Big rebound, Anderson! And he just misses the net wide to the right. Long rebound to the right point, on for Gardine. Tying up against Kamminga. Kamminga plays it to center ice, where Caleb Anderson will get onto it at the Bulldog blue line. Anderson, stretch pass, intercepted by Goheen, turns one in behind Aiden Karras. 6:50 and less to go, overtime number 2. Jake Schmidt up the near side. Stretches to the red line, on to Fitton, into the offensive zone. Toe drag move, left it off there for a shot from Schroeder that got blocked down and cleared to center ice. Vanderveen backhands to the Granville line to Schmidt. To the red line, onto a turning Schroeder. Through a check, pushes it to the BC line, where Vanderveen gathers, spins, and pushes it into the Byron center end. BC will clear it down into the Granville end. Miles Teague, fresh on the ice, is onto it. 6:20 and less to go, overtime number 2. Barnes to the near side. Long stretch pass intercepted at center ice by Gordy Young. And Gordy Young will fling it in behind Aiden Karras to the far boards. Backhanded by Martsky behind Karras. On the far side, it's Barnes throwing to the near side to Stonehouse. Stonehouse against the boards. Turns it over here for Kamminga. Shot from the right circle goes wide. Anderson Barnes tries to clear the zone, held on to by Glupker. Plays right side on for a shot from the right point from Colden. Save made through the traffic by Karras. Rebound off the left pad into the near corner. Out of the scrum, Vanderveen tying up with Kamminga along the right wing half boards. Vanderveen leaves it off here for Schroeder over his own blue line. Over the red line, Schroeder will throw that one in on net. It's steered to the corner. Granville goes for a change. They got a couple guys out there chasing after it, though, left corner. Byron center back the other way with 5.5 to go in second overtime. Dulce all the way down the ice. Fires a weak shot from the circle wide of the net. Near side, Schmidt tries to clear the zone. Gloved along the boards by Stonehouse, and he will clear it from his own end to the Byron center line, where it went bouncing over the stick of Colden, who will track it down behind Quinn Saul. Colden to the far side with Granville changing units. Plays to the neutral zone, trying to hit Kamminga, intercepted by Anderson. Into the offensive zone. Anderson marches in, left it over to the back post. It just got away from DeBoer. DeBoer plays down to the corner to Smith. Out to the left point. Long shot, hits some traffic, and it's back the other way on the rebound. Racing down the ice. In on net. A chance for Natividad. Left circle shot. He scores. Byron centers moving on. It bounced away from a couple of Bulldogs off one of their best chances of the game, and it led to Natividad moving in pretty much all alone. He buries his 4th total goal of the year, the first playoff marker of the season for Byron Center, and Aiden Natividad has sent Byron Center on to the regional semifinal on Wednesday night. Granville and their chase to make it back to USA Hockey Arena will end in a top 5 matchup in the first round of the playoffs in heartbreaking double overtime fashion. 1-0. Byron Center moves on. They will take on Caledonia on Wednesday, and that is it. An awkward bounce is all she wrote. Natividad back the other way, able to beat Aiden Karras. Karras had all the answers tonight, but he didn't have answers for the last one. And that'll do it. With 4:44 remaining in the second overtime, Granville's season is over. Through the handshake line, Byron Center has won. We'll step aside. We'll be back with the Bennett Center Farmers Insurance Agency postgame show to break it all down. 1-0 in double overtime. Byron Center moves on. Isaiah Guyton will step in against Izzy Hatibu for the jump. And we are ready to go. Granville won their first district championship in nearly 50 years. Northview, they were right here a year ago. The Bulldogs tipping on back to Carter Wade, and the Bulldogs have the first possession of the game, left to right over the timeline. Williams picks up the defense on Wade, flips it to Vanderhart, up top to Richardson. Handoff there on the weave for Isaiah Guyton. Feeds down to the right block, down to a cutting Anthony Richardson. Richardson lays it off the window. 2-0 Granville early.
Great set offensively to start off the ball game. Guyton with the ball at the top of the key. Richardson cutting across the blocks, wide open. Nice feed from Guyton.
Braden Williams drives to the short left corner, jump stop, feeds left wing to Cam Ryans, the Mr. Basketball finalist. Turns his back on Richardson, drives to the cup, right hand shot is good off the window, as right away we see Ryans dueling with Anthony Richardson.
Ryans is going to have the ability to do that pretty much anytime he wants. Can take a lot of these guys one-on-one. The Bulldogs do have some defenders that they kind of like the matchup.
Left wing, pull up three. Anthony Richardson, splash right down the hatch. It's 5-2 Granville, 50 seconds in.
Offense starting off hot for the Bulldogs. Anthony Richardson, a great sign for him, knocking down his first three.
Right elbow, pull up. Williams splashes that one down. Trading buckets left and right. Could not be any more of a different game than each of these teams have played throughout the playoffs, both allowing sub 40 points per game during this playoff run. Left wing, Carter Wade with the basketball. Gets a screen from Hayden Jeremy. Drives to the free throw line. Up and under move. And he traveled first with some contact coming after. So Carter Wade turns it over. And the Wildcats will take it over. 6:46 to go in the first quarter. It is 5-4. Granville over Northview.
Yeah, Wade wanted the mid-range jumper there as he got into the lane, but I think the defender right there at the last second was going to switch to try to go underhand layup.
Willis drops for Williams, top of the key. He'll hand it off then to the right wing for Cam Ryans. Drives on Vanderhart, turns his back, free throw line, drops for Willis, cuts right baseline, put on the brakes and feeds right side onto Ryans. Drives into the mid-range, a floater is up and good. Northview has their first lead of the game. Ryans a crafty shot, he's got 4.
That's going to be the matchup we continue to watch. Ryans matched up against Anthony Richardson right there. Ryans able to rip through, get a little bit of space.
6:16 and less to go first quarter. Hayden Jeremy spins down the right side of the lane, clutches the left-hand shot from the freshman, misses strong. Rebound Vanderhart, tries a mid-range jumper, off the connector, no, and a high leaping rebound is down to Tyrus Thomas. Left side of the floor, Cam Ryans on the run out. To the left wing, drives on Richardson, takes it to the basket, clutches midair, shoots over top of Guyton, no. Guyton down to the rebound, and the Bulldogs running up the right side of the floor with Vanderhart. Skips it back to Guyton, takes it to the basket, and jams it with 2 hands. Bulldogs back on top, 7-6.
Guyton to get done at both ends defensively. He's got in the way of Cam Ryans to block or at least partially tip the shot. Then hustling down the other way, gets the open lane to run through, and the plays that we've seen him make in these playoffs. Another big dunk early on.
Right wing, it's Tyrus Thomas with the basketball. He'll drop it off for Cam Ryans in between the rings. Drives down the right side of the lane. Running pass, right corner, on for Tyrus Thomas. Jabs, drives, hands off for Hatibu. Hatibu jumps and jams with 2 hands for an answer right back of a dunk of his own. It's 8-7 Northview.
Just going back and forth. Whatever you can do, I can do better. Either way, making shots, making dunks.
Vanderhart hands it off in between the rings for Isaiah Guyton. He's checked by Ryans. Feeds it to his right side to Carter Wade. Wade down the right side of the lane, clutches. Mid-range shot is good. What shot making from everybody to begin. Granville back on top, 9-8. Cam Ryans down the length of the floor, takes it to the basket. Left-hand shot misses strong. Rebound down to Hayden Jeremy, and the Bulldogs run it out up the right side of the floor to Wade. Wade takes it right to the basket, off the window. It's good. It's 11-8 Granville. 4 for Carter Wade with 4:41 in the first. Now we're right back the other way. Here come the Wildcats. They'll stop it up in the front court with Braden Williams. What tempo to this game, what scoring to this game early. Braden Williams feeds it right side to Thomas. He has some space, tries a 3. High off the connector, no. Rebound snagged along the baseline up the far side of the floor, left to right by Anthony Richardson. He'll slow the pace a little bit for the Bulldogs, top of the key. Richardson drives into Willis, turns his back, left elbow. Backs it down to the block, floater, rattles around, no. Hatibu down to the rebound, and Cam Ryans takes it. 4:11 to go in the first quarter. It's 11-8 Granville. Cam Ryans defended by a pair of Bulldogs to the left side, skips left corner, on for Willis. Drives into the paint, reaching pass through the hands of Tyrus Thomas, out of bounds. Granville takes the ball, 3:59 to go in the first, 11-8 Bulldogs.
Bulldogs maybe showing some signs of settling in a little bit defensively. That's now a couple stops back-to-back. Gave up a 3-point shot pretty open, but got the rebound. There, a turnover forced. Maybe this game's starting to settle in just a little bit after a crazy first 4 minutes. Northview
going to show a little bit of full court token pressure here on Carter Wade, who dribbles it with the left hand right up the middle of the floor. Wade crosses up the right side over the half-court line. Drops right corner for Vanderhart. Whips up in front of the half-court line on the left side to Richardson. He'll drop on the weave left wing for Isaiah Guyton. Guyton throws it to Wade. It's out of the reach of Wade. He got tripped up with a defender, kind of trying to draw some contact as he went down, and Northview takes the ball over. 3:40 to go first quarter. 11-8 Granville. No fouls on either team so far.
Yeah, timing just off for the Bulldogs. Wade was coming off of a screen, going to pop out to the perimeter, but tripped himself up with just enough as Guyton was firing that pass.
Patibu feeds it to Ryans in between the rings. Back left side to Williams, the junior, who hit more three-pointers this year in the history of Northview basketball. Feeds a pass to the right block that's intercepted by Guyton. Got it onto a driving Vanderhart. Hands it off for the cutting freshman Jeremy, and he scores it off the window. Hayden Jeremy, nice touch. Great ball movement from the Bulldogs. It's 13-8 with 3:13 to go in the first. 12 minutes are up on the board for the final game of the season in the state of Michigan. Fabian Garza has got it teed up at the 40. He jumps to pump up the homestanding crowd for Detroit Cass Tech from just a few blocks down the road. And what on the other side? A huge crowd in attendance for Detroit Catholic Central. The ball is in the air. It is angled to the near side of the field off the right foot of Garza. It punches down out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The flag comes out, and it's going to be good field position to begin for Detroit Catholic Central and this dominant and dangerous offense. The quarterback is Duke Banta, the junior. 6 of 8 last week, 116 yards and a touchdown against East Kentwood. He's got 4 MAC offers on the year, and an offense that in the playoffs for Detroit Catholic Central is scoring 42 points per game. The offensive play caller is Cody Patton. It's his 3rd season at Detroit Catholic Central. Kelly Robinson, the defensive coordinator for a Cass Tech defense that is giving up 10.4 points per game on the season. A powerful look. This is their base look. A wing off the left side of the line, Cameron Swearigan, along with the senior Wisconsin commit tight end Jack Janda. They both are on the line of scrimmage. 2 wide receivers to the left side of the formation. The starting running back is Cedric Williams. He moves to the right hip of Duke Banta. A snap at the waist and a handoff to Williams. He looks left. He hesitates over the 35 where he started, and he bursts out the other side of the pile to the 39-yard line. A patient run. They'll mark the knee down to the 38 of 3 on first down. The first 10 seconds off the clock of the ball game as Cedric Williams gets his first touch as well. 17 carries, 117 yards last week for Cedric Williams. He's got a little over 1,000 yards rushing on the season. A 3-down back that'll do a little bit of everything. 1 wide receiver out wide to either side of the formation. They've got Michael Dursta to the far side, left to the near side, right at the numbers is Samson Gash. This time from the pistol. Banta leans into the gun with an offset foot formation. Stanson a handoff to Cedric Williams. He spins in the backfield to miss the first wave of tacklers and dives over the 40 up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 as he was tackled by Colin Sumter, the junior outside linebacker, a player with 6 Division I offers. You'll be hearing a lot of that for this Detroit Catholic Central team and all of the talent that they bring. 3rd down and 2, up to their own 43-yard line for Detroit Catholic Central. We're just past the 11-minute point with just over a minute gone to begin. And they bring out a 2 tight end power T. They use this out of the straight T alignment in short yardage formations in situations quite often. Duke Banta went to the hard count, now looks back to the sideline. The junior signal caller wearing number 7, back under center with a wide split stance, hands off to Mount Lewis. Powerful run right up the middle, drags the defender over the 50, down to the 48-yard line. What a powerful run. Emory Jones, the senior, makes the stop, but Mont Lewis dragging defenders with him, and the 6-foot junior out of Novi. Is it going to get Catholic Central into opponent territory for the first time, and they get a first down. They've done it all on the ground so far. 3 rushes to find their way up the field, including the one out of the power T that they used very effectively last week, that formation, against East Kentwood. 10-17 to go first quarter, no score, and it will once again be Banta working from the short shotgun. Has the H-back, Cameron Swearigan, off the left side of the line. He scored a touchdown as one of those T running backs a week ago. Handoff Williams running right over the 45 into the pile and dives down to the 43-yard line. Sumter again makes the tackle. Good gain of about 4 or 5 on first down. 9:55 and less to go. They're riding Cedric Williams. 3 carries already for the senior to begin this ball game. A typically pretty balanced approach offensively for Detroit Catholic Central. Look at their season, 30 rush touchdowns, 27 pass touchdowns on the year, and they average 165 yards rushing, 174 yards passing, so they keep it balanced. A 3 wide receiver set this time on 2nd down and 6. Samson Gash goes in orbit motion right to left. They'll throw it to him, left flat, caught at the 50-yard line, turns up to the original line of scrimmage where he gets shoestringed down from his knees by the chasing
Pitt commit Marcus Jennings, the senior safety and outside linebacker, big tackle, back to the original line of scrimmage, forward progress. They'll give him 1 yard past it, but it's a loss of a couple. It's 3rd down and 9. They want that little swing pass out in the flat to Gash for their first pass of the game, so still keeping it behind the line of scrimmage with the first pass attempt of the ball game. It winds up losing a couple of yards as Jennings, one of the many, multiple, especially in the secondary, Division I signed players that Coach Rushing and Cass Tech has at their disposal. 8:48 to go, 3rd down and 9 from the Cass Tech 46-yard line. No score early. Banta working with 3 wide receivers. He'll motion Samson Gash, right slot, has all 3 wide receivers to the right side of the formation. Snap at the chest, throws right side to Dursa, 42-yard line, makes a diving catch down to the 41, but it's going to be 4th down and 4 from the Cass 41-yard line. Offense is staying out there. Coach Sasante and the Shamrocks will face their first 4th down of the ball game and go for it right here. They are a team that were over 50%, 53.3 on 3rd down on the season. They're good in short yardage situations. We are able to a lot of times see them go to that power T alignment. They can't do that here. 4th and 4, Cass Tech 41-yard line. Big moment early in the ball game. 3 wide receivers with the ball on the right hash mark. 2 of those receivers go to the left side of the formation. Banta went to the hard count, now looks back to the sideline for a new message. Defense, 2 down linemen, and a lot of pressure being shown off the edge from some standing edge rushers, and off the miscommunication, Coach Sasante is going to be forced to whistle in his first time out of the ball game. 7:50 to go, first quarter. A drive maybe about to peter out on the plus side of the field. 4th and 4 coming up for Cass Tech on the other side of this. Sideline Insurance, Bennett Center Agency for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a center can do for you. Out of the break, snap to Banta. He'll toss it deep right sideline at the 10-yard line. It's caught by Gideon Gash, and he's gone into the end zone. Touchdown, Catholic Central. On 4th and 4, they take the deep shot, and they find Gash for the long score. Unbelievable play call on 4th and 4. From the plus side of the field, they decide to take the deep shot from 41 yards out, and they find the streaking Gideon Gash, and he is gone to the house. His 6th touchdown of the season, a 4-star cornerback prospect. Boy, he can make some big plays on the offensive side of the ball as well. He streaks free of 2 defenders down the sideline, and Detroit Catholic Central will strike first in the ball game. The right foot through the football. The extra point is tipped and blocked for Ty Goddard, so it's only going to be 6 on the board for Detroit Catholic Central, but the Shamrocks strike first. A gutsy play call. On 4th and 4, they take a shot down the field, and the Shamrocks lead it early. We'll be right back from Ford Field.